When we talk about sports vision training and evaluation, we're evaluating and training your visual skills. So what are these visual skills? What do they do for you? The very first thing we always check and measure is your vision clarity. It's obviously important. It's the first thing we check with our athletes. It's your vision clarity is like your building block. It's the building block of your whole, all the other visual skills. The next skill, visual skill, is what has to do with your eye alignment. How the eyes move, how they're lined up. Each eye should be in sync perfectly with the other to where the eyes are always pointing in the same direction. One of the big things we work on in our training programs is endurance. Fatigue is a common thing that can affect your eye alignment, so we want to eliminate that. Next visual skill, is what we call eye tracking, eye coordination. How well can your eyes lock in on a target, or an object, be able to scan the field, scan the court, track back and forth quickly and accurately. The next one would be what we call eye focusing, strength and flexibility. Each eye has a little autofocus system built into it to where, kind of like a camera, kind of like autofocus on a camera, to where when you're looking at objects at different distances, your eyes are manually changing focus, refocusing back and forth at different distances all the time. So that focusing system's got to be strong and it's got to be quick, because in sports things are happening really fast and you need to be able to focus from one distance to another really quickly. The next skill is what we call depth perception. Pretty obvious why that's important in sports as well. Being able to judge distance, how far away is the ball coming at me, is my teammate or the other teammate or the other team coming towards me or going away from me. Judging those distances is really important. Another thing is what we call peripheral awareness, peripheral vision, peripheral awareness. Obviously important for athletes. You need to be able to see what's going on, not only in front of you, but what's going on in your surroundings as well. We also get into skills, what we call visual processing skills, which happens all up in the brain up here. All that information coming in, you've got to process all that information rapidly and accurately to produce the right movement, or response. So one example of a visual processing skill is what we call visual memory. And basically that's like how quickly can the eyes and the brain see a pattern on the field or on the court. See that, take a snapshot of it, and remember it, and be able to make a decision based on that. Finally, we get into the motor skills, motor responses, things like eye-hand coordination. How well are the eyes and the brain telling your hands where to go? Eye-foot coordination. How well are your eyes and your brain telling your feet where to go and how to move? Things like balance. Those are all integrated into your visual system. A significant portion of the nerve fibers from your eyes and your visual system feed into the center of the brain that controls your balance. So vision is definitely an integral part of that. So, finally, we have all these visual skills, right? And in most sports, especially ball sports, you're having to use all of these skills at the same time. They all have to work together. You need all of them to work in balance with each other. So those are all the things we look at when we talk about visual skills.